Hello Marshall, my name is Chris Littlefield, and hello from my current home in Santiago, Chile.
And hello from Sydney, Marshall. Hello from the Auckland Airport, Marshall.
Hello from Fiji, Marshall. I'm here working with UNICEF, running a staff retreat for all of UNICEF in the South Pacific.
Marshall, a little bit about my background. I started my career designing and facilitating programs that bring individuals from the most protracted international conflicts, Northern Ireland, Israel, Palestine, India, Pakistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and most recently Syria, into the room together to challenge their perceptions. For the last 15 years, I've committed my life to humanizing relationships and supporting people to authentically connect, communicate, and see the good in the person across the table. Although these experiences greatly influence and guide my work, it was the way that a simple 15-minute acknowledgement activity transformed what had been a toxic, what seemed like irresolvable conflict with my partner, and it is ironic, we're conflict resolution specialists, into what is to this day the most authentic and productive work relationship I've ever had. It was the power of this experience that ignited my passion to understand the role of employee recognition and launch my research and subsequently my training programs and company acknowledgement works. In 2008, I set out to answer the question, if recognition is free and proven to increase productivity and profits for organizations, then why do managed often still fail to use it? I started my research while living in Boston, Massachusetts. I took on the challenge of interviewing one stranger a day on the subway about the role recognition played in their life at work and at home. In this unique laboratory, I spoke with parking lot attendants, Harvard professors, Delta ground crew members, and more. I found that the number one thing people associate with recognition, 88%, is the experience of feeling valued. But I also found that nearly 70% of people associate an experience of embarrassment or discomfort with the process. The stories of the over 400 people that I interviewed exposed a hidden world of unconscious misconceptions, conflicting associations with recognition process. When unaware, these associations often left people hesitant to express appreciation, jealous of others' success, and reluctant to let in praise. Digging deeper into my studies, I identified common everyday misuses of recognition that perpetuated these misconceptions, broke down relationship, and sabotaged engagement efforts. Marshall, I measure my impact in thank yous. My mission is to transform the global conversation around giving and receiving recognition by providing programs that develop awareness, support authentic communication, and make a tangible difference in people's lives at work and at home. Over the last year alone, I've worked with more than 3,000 managers and employees from around the world to rethink their relationship to giving and receiving recognition and to transform the conversation in their workplace to one where people feel fully valued and appreciated every single day. From Lebanese postal workers delivering mail on the edge of the Syrian conflict, to oil refinery workers battling the heat of Oman, to UNICEF workers this last week working across 14 island nations of the Pacific, to mental health workers providing support to families in need in Los Angeles. Everyone needs to know and understand that what they do matters each day. Marshall, I've had the privilege to be able to work with some extraordinary organizations around the world and to coach some senior level officials in the United Nations, as well as some executives around the world. In 2013, I had the opportunity to share my research at TEDx Beirut in front of an audience of 1,200 people. And right now, I'm in the works of writing up my research into a book called Beyond Thank You, with the goal of launching it by the end of 2017.
Marshall, I'm out to make a difference in this world. I would love the opportunity for your mentorship, for your guidance, and to learn all that you've learned in your career so I can give back. I'm a person who's making a difference around the world, as I've hoped to show you in this video. And I would like to pass that knowledge along. What I'll do when I turn 65 years old is I will select 15 coaches, one from 15 different countries, all people who are out making a difference in the nonprofit and possibly for-profit world, but people who are really committed to transforming workplaces. And I will give them everything I know. I will give them all my information, all my materials, all my resources that I've developed, and everything you've shared with me so that we can continue this work about transforming workplaces, transforming relationships. One of the biggest acknowledgments that I got this last week when I walked away from this retreat, which was one of the best retreats I've ever run, is I had a woman probably at 65 years old who came up to me. And she came up to me crying. And I got moved by the fact that she was crying, and she says, "What I want you to know is you had an impact at home as well. I think you just saved my marriage. Now, this was a work retreat, but the tools and resources that we have transform people's homes as well. I want to make that impact wherever I go in the world. That's always been my commitment. That will continue to be my commitment, and I would love your support and your guidance in continuing to do that. Thank you, Marshall, and I look forward to the possibility of seeing you in December.